I'm Kudler. I am one of the HR junior analysts for the CFBL consulting company. I'm here with Elijah, and he was one of the former CFBL interns. How are you, Elijah?
I'm doing good, Kudler. How are you?
I'm good. Would you like to just briefly introduce yourself, what you currently do, and what you previously did
hmm
prior to any like work experience and professional your journey?
Sure. So before I begin off, firstly, I would like to thank Cecelia and the entire team at CFBL Consulting for this opportunity. Uh, a brief introduction about myself is I am currently employed at Bloomberg in its EMEA headquarters in London. I work as a data analyst where I help clients on the buy side and the sell side with different asset class functions. And a bit of a background academically, I hold two master's degree, and it is right after the first one. uh, I got to intern at CFBL Consulting, where I interned as a strategy consultant. I think this was back in 2023.
Okay, great. I think you answered at least some part of the first question I was about to ask you. Um, I want to also ask you, what exactly did you hope to extract from a strategy consulting internship?
So, firstly, the first time I saw this position of strategy consultant advertised on LinkedIn, I thought about my prior experience at McKinsey and Company,
Mm,
and I knew that be- between the academic knowledge that I was uh, studying at that time, which was my master's of science in accounting and finance, and real life client experience, there was a big gap. So I did have theoretical knowledge, but practically, I did not have actual experience dealing with clients in London and the EMEA space. And this is where CFPL came into place and that particular position. And again, very grateful to Cecilia to offer and give me the chance of employment at her firm, because it helped me bridge the gap from theoretical knowledge to live client experience. And I could see firsthand how corporate strategy and how, as a firm, decisions are actually made. And I was part of different client engagements as well. So this helped me to learn how to deliver tangible value to clients.
thank you. So when you initially joined the firm, what was the most complex operational or cultural challenge that you had to navigate?
So for me, the most challenging, or the rather the learning curve, was when it comes to academics. You have all of the variables right in front of you, but in consulting, you do not have all of the variables. So you would have one or two, and then you need to work on the others. So I learned that I need to synthesize how data is collected, and I need to ask the right questions to clients, because at CFBL and their interactions with clients, they are different clients with different requirements. And even internally, there were so many things that the firm does. So all of those different requirements need to be processed by asking the right questions. So I faced that this was going to be my most complex or operational challenge in the beginning.
Okay, thank you. And a follow up to that is, how did Cecilia lead the team to ensure that everyone was aligned with on priorities without any compromisation?
Well, one thing that I noticed, and even you and the rest of the interns currently at CFBL would notice, is that uh, Cecilia not just holds weekly meetings or catch ups and one on ones, those are more of a critical alignment sessions. So, normally, back when I was part of the firm, how things would work off with is in the starting of the week, if you are part of a certain assignment, midweek is not just to catch up on how the assignment is going, but it's also to critically align that are you on the right path. So I am very grateful, because rather than having a traditional catch-up meetings during the week. What Cecelia did was this critical alignment sessions, which really helped not just me, but the entire team to make sure all tasks were completed on time.
Thank you, thank you. Another question is, could you, well, specifically regarding client engagement, can you share an example or a choice that Cecelia made that transformed a potential bottleneck into a major win for CFBL Consulting?
So to talk about that particularly, it always came down to her granular due diligence. And that is very important for a mindset of not just a consultant, but also a manager and someone who has to deliver tangible results to the client. So anytime a client expectation or a certain request came forward, what she did was she always took that complex query or that ask, and she further distributed it within the team, because this would help the team to not just work together, but also ensure that each person who is working on those granular details of that particular client meeting or request rather would be able to give accurate information, because some client expectations are too complex to be completed by solely one single consultant. So it is always better, and given that most of the interns at CFBL might be experiencing a corporate culture for the first time, it was a very good base for people to collaborate. And this collaboration idea by Cecelia, what it did was it achieved two main results. It empowered the team to work together when it came to core complex advisory process. So difficult tasks were broken down into smaller tasks. And what it also did was it helped to leverage our aggregate research to deliver truly exceptional insights to our clients. So something that if probably one consultant had to deal with, since it was broken down amongst the entire team of interns and consultants, it really made all of us give the best of our work to the client.
Thank you. And just one brief question is, what specific advice did Cecelia give you, which during your internship, and which how it helped you propel yourself after the internship, and what you're carrying it, and how you're still carrying it with you today?
Well, to be honest about this, it is something that I carry not just today, but I'm looking to carry forward in my future professional career as well as personal life. Because what she taught me was to think out of the box. Because I learned from her that the most obvious solution is rarely the most strategic one. And that paradigm shift drastically improved my ability to deliver premium advisory work. So, having worked in so many different high visibility projects alongside Cecelia, both internal and external, it helped me to broaden my perspective on what constitutes a visible solution. So, initially, I used to work with a very linear focus to any problem. I would see a client engagement and I would see the clients requested for ABC, and I would just think about delivering that. And her recommendation to me was always think out of the box. So that has really helped me even to this day.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all we have now for our podcast, but thank you very much for your insights, Elijah. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Elijah.
Kudler. Thank you
so much. It's been such a pleasure having you here again. Thanks.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Cecelia. Bye.